Colourful Prayer Journaling. Today I am thinking about heaven, our Father who art in heaven. I'm thinking about what it means to think about God in heaven right now. We have images of what heaven is like, don't we? The Bible is quite hazy about it, and there are images, some of them quite strange, like the city coming down, the New Jerusalem, that we are built into as living stones. What on earth does that mean? What is that going to be like? I have no idea. But that's for the future. Right now, heaven is where God is, where the angels are. Heaven is the spiritual realm that God rules in. Heaven is the place where we come before the throne of God. And we have access to that through Jesus right now. We don't have to wait till we die. We have access now to the throne room. And that's what I see when I meditate. I see the throne room and other things as well. So heaven for me is a landscape. There are clouds because there's sky, but I'm not on the clouds, I'm on solid ground. And part of what I see is the throne room with the thrones, with the emerald rainbow above the throne where God is seated. The elders seated around, the angels singing, praying, bringing the prayers of the people before God. And that shining floor of gold, so refined you can see through it, no impurities at all. But there's also a forest. There's also where I paint. There's an easel that I paint on. There's a place where I meet with Jesus and Mother Mary. There's a far off landscape that's the future, where I can glimpse the road that God is leading me on. All sorts of things in my, vision's the wrong word, in my imaginative space where I encounter God. Because we use our imagination and our creativity to encounter God. And everyone's going to be different because everyone's imagination is going to be different. And just because God uses our imagination doesn't mean it's any less real than this physical earth. It is real. It's just that we experience it differently. And we use our imagination to try and grasp what it is that we are experiencing. So I'm going to try and draw some of that, but not all of it today. I am going to draw some of it, and then for future days, I'm going to draw other parts of my heavenly kingdom, the kingdom that I go into with Jesus. So here's my final version of the beginning of this page about heaven. It is about the kingdom of heaven, about the throne, and about love enthroned. And when I drew the heart, you'll see the first version, and then it needed something different. It needed these other hearts inside it. I'm still pondering about what that is, about who those hearts are, whether that's us held in God's love, whether it's the Trinity, I'm not quite sure, but there are hearts within the heart, and I know that that love enthroned is God on the throne. Jesus' command, love God with your whole being and love your neighbour as yourself. It's when we obey his commands that we stay in him, joined to him, with his joy in us, our joy overflowing. And the clouds, of course, clouds of love pouring out on us, God's blessing pouring out on his kingdom. So that's all for today. Day 5, I will be continuing with hallowed be thy name. I'll be thinking about the names of God and how we keep them holy. Do join me as I journey towards Easter.